Hey there, it's Dan from For Real Flies, and I want to talk to you about a flight controller that I've currently been flying. It is the Riot Control FC. Now, this flight controller is a fairly new one, hasn't not long been out, so I've got pretty well the first sort of shipment of them, just obviously to test out, see how they go. I've got 5 flight controllers here that I've got, so I've tested 2, I've flown them both, and so I'll get into what I think of them in a moment. But so obviously, yeah, they come like that. They're in a nice little box here. I might even open this one here up for you. So that's how they come from new. That's how they're stacked there. So you know, like, it's really nice and neat. The flight controllers look. They do have a really nice layout. Like on the back here of this instructions that you get, it comes in between the paper and the box there. That sort of gives you the layout. It's got a few of your well, it tells you where the pads and what you're going to use them for and that kind of thing. So look, the layout's really good. It's a very similar layout to DYS flight controller. Looking, it's been pretty good. But yeah, so there has been a few little bugs in this flight controller. Obviously, being you know, like the first batch and that kind of thing. Definitely I've found a few hiccups and things that haven't been working. Obviously, both of these first 2 flight controls, they both have their own issues. So I'll explain them in a moment. So flying wise, look, it flies really nice. Everything seems to work really well. Well, on one of the flight controls it did anyways. And look, it's a good flight controller. They just need to obviously fix some of the issues that they're having. Maybe the quality components that they're using, I'm not too sure. But so this flight controller here, I had this in the quad and I just took it out 1 or 2 nights ago, and I've actually got to send it back. I'm going to send all these back to the supplier that I got them off, because hopefully they can get a refund for them, because yeah, they're just not up to scratch yet. So with this one here, the OSD, flickers on and off. You can't use it. Like, I had my smart audio hooked up and I couldn't even use it because it would come and go and play up like no tomorrow. Right, and then so that's the main issue with that one. So, but it flew really nice. That's the only thing. So with this one here, this is another one that I've got, and I had troubles from. This was the first one that I installed. I had troubles from the start, trying to get my quad to fly. Now, this went into a quad that had previously been flying. We had upgraded the flight controller and put this in. I couldn't get my motors and that to spin correctly in the way that, you know, you would arm. They would all be like jittering and just carrying on, and we had no idea what the issue was. So as it took me like a couple of days to try and work this out, I thought it was a power issue. I thought it was the ESCs. They weren't, you know, maybe they needed reflashing. I flashed the ESCs. I calibrated. I done everything possible to try and work it out. So in the end, I ended up unplugging my VTX, and I actually got more power back to my my motors, and that was really strange. So, and then I unplugged the camera, and then I had nearly all my power back to my motors, so it was actually flying fine. But you could still see there was still a little bit of a delay there in the way of starting up and shutting your motors and that down. It's like the PPM signal was getting interfered somehow, somewhere. So I was unable to use the 5 volt and the 9 volt pads, even though they were for the camera that says camera, VTX, everything like that. I was unable to use it. I had to actually run off all my main volts, and then in the end, it ended up catching on sort of fire there, as you can see, and maybe in that picture I'll hold it still for you. So look, it's really disappointing, because I thought that, you know, Rotor Riot would have maybe looked into it a bit more and made sure that all the components were top notch before they sent them out. I'm not sure. Maybe I just got a bit of a dud batch. I'm not sure. Obviously, it's the first one, so they're going to iron out all these issues that they're having. But look, overall it flies well, but it just I'm unhappy with the I suppose, what do you want, the reliability of it. So there's no way I would buy these again. So yeah, it's pretty disappointing, but you know, I'm not going to go out and say buy these flight controllers at this stage, because I think they've got a few more things they need to work through. But look, it's a great layout. Everything's nice and neat. It's really tidy. It works well when it is working, except for your OSD on this one. But yeah, it's really sad about this one. This one here just took so much work to try and get it to go. I had no idea what the issue was, but you wouldn't think that buying a flight controller you thought that was top of the line was going to end up being the 5 volt and 9 volt Beck. So both of them, you know, I couldn't use both of them. So yeah, that's just my overall review on that flight controller. So yeah, it's a bit of a sad story with that one, but you know, that's what happens when you're trying new products and that kind of thing that come out. You know, you're going to get these little issues, but hopefully Riot, they take it on board and they look into the future in producing a flight controller that's like unstoppable and is absolutely amazing. So yeah, alright, so I hope you enjoyed this little review on that, but yeah, we'll hope to see you again soon. Alright, happy flying.